My name is Rob Edwardson, and I'm with Real Broker here in Portland, Oregon. So you know me, I'm here to do a comparison episode, Real Broker versus, and this time around, we're going to be talking about Sotheby's International, Cascade Hassan Sotheby's International Realty, whatever you want to call them. It is the global luxury brand that you all know and love. Here are the real numbers, no spin on it. We're going to dive in, same case study, $6 million annual production per year, just like we did with Keller Williams. But this time, we're going to be talking about Cascade Hassan Sotheby's International Realty. That is a mouthful. Let's get into it. Like I said, both agents selling $6 million in annual real estate every year. That is roughly $150,000 in commission or gross commission income, GCI. You're going to hear me say it. First, I want to give flowers where the flowers are due. It is one of the most recognized luxury brands in the entire world. They have roughly 1,100 offices in 83 countries. That is not a small company by any means. If you have high-end luxury international buyers, the reach with Sotheby's International is almost unmatched. But the real question is, does it make sense for you to join Cascade Hassan Sotheby's International Realty? And here is the catch that I found. It is a franchise model, kind of like Keller Williams, actually exactly like Keller Williams. So no office is the same. No numbers are published. You don't know how healthy your office is. There is no real set number. Every agent is on a different commission plan. In some offices, your cap is $19,000. In other offices, your cap is $32,000. That's the highest I've seen when I did my research. So please, if your cap is something different, way lower, way higher, please put it in the comments. I'm actually really curious about what's really going on the streets out here. On top of that, they have a 8% royalty fee, but let's just take $25,000 as an example. So say an agent comes in, they join the company, there's a $25,000 cap every year, and it's a 70-30 split, meaning they give 30% of their commission to the brokerage and to that office until they have reached that $25,000 cap. On top of that, they're going to be paying an 8% royalty fee. And I did find out that those are capped out around $5,000 a year. So now we're up to $30,000. And then you've got a 2% marketing fee, because I think they handle a lot of your marketing for you, and the reach of the international aspect of it is great. I did find out that for the most cases, at least, and I'm not sure if this is the case for everybody, it is uncapped. Every single time you are making transactions, 2% of your paycheck is going to be uncapped no matter how many deals you've sold. So it's going to be climbing right alongside your volume. Let's run this scenario for a $6 million agent. $25,000 to hit the cap, $5,000 for the royalty fee, $3,000 for the 2% marketing fee on top of that. Total cost to that agent is going to be $32,000 to $33,000 per year. On top of that, there is no revenue share, no agent equity program of any kind, despite how long they've been in business. And along with that, I really love the fact that I can go online, look up my financials of my company, and see how healthy we are. They were actually bought out by Compass International Holdings a few years ago. So they are the same parent company that owns Coldwell Banker, Corcoran. Now let's jump to Real. Every time an agent starts, no matter how experienced or how new you are, I've said this before and I'll say it again, we're all on an 85-15 split with a $12,000 cap per year. So there's no office by office fees, there's no royalty fees, there's no marketing fees. Yes, we are in charge of our own marketing, and I love that fact. We're able to co-brand with Real Broker, which I think is huge, because I want to build my own brand name as well with the Edwardson Group. Let's take that same broker with Real Broker selling $6 million a year. The total brokerage cost comes to about $14,900. It's less than half of what you pay at Sotheby's International. Now, one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk and kind of dive into today is every time I cap, I get Real stock. So we are traded on the NASDAQ. We are a publicly traded company. Every time I bring an agent over to Real Broker and they sell their first deal, I get stock in the company. The real reason I wanted to dig into this more is because every episode I wanted to take one piece of Real Broker's model, and we're going to break it down a little bit further for you guys so you can better understand what I'm talking about and what we have to offer. There are 3 ways that you can get stock in the Real Broker ecosystem. Number 2, you hit elite. So if you're doing a certain number of production every year, they're actually going to give you $16,000 of stock awards back into your bank or into your stock account, which is awesome. I can will it to my kids. I can buy it. I can sell it. It's just a publicly traded company. I don't know of any other company out there like this that rewards their producers with free stock, but I'm here for it. Another way, you can actually, if you are an agent and you want to teach classes on our Real Academy, you actually get $8,000 stock awards every year. And number 3, and this is the one that I think most agents actually sleep on. So every time I close a deal, I actually invest 5% of my paycheck into the stock plan. And after I cap every year, I actually bump that up to 10% of my gross commission income goes towards buying stock in the Real company. Real actually matches, they have a matching bonus on top of that. There's about 12 ways to make money at Real, where places like Sotheby's, there's one. There's just chasing deals. On top of the Real stock program, there's also the 5-tier revenue share program that we can dive into more in a different episode. So let's break this down one last time, just kind of like we did with Keller Williams. I want to put it up here on the screen. Boop, boop, boop. So that same $6 million annual producer at Cascade Hassan Sotheby's International Realty is going to pay about $32,000 to $33,000 to the company. Whereas that same agent with Real Broker doing the same exact production will pay roughly $14,900. Now, you guys, I don't want to come on here and sound like a hater by any means. Cascade Hassan Sotheby's International Realty is a great company. They have a lot of great agents that do a lot of production every year. And honestly, their global reach is pretty much unmatched. They have a great referral program, and their brand is known all over the planet. So please don't think I'm just on here to hate. I'm honestly here. I didn't invent math. I just use it. And for me, 33,000 versus 14,000, I don't think, for me, it's worth it. But please drop a comment if you're interested in me running your numbers for you. If you are at Sotheby's International and your cap is completely different than what I've just said in this video, I'm open ears. I will stand corrected, and I will say it on camera. I'm not ashamed of that. This is just what I found from the internet and from talking to friends and people that I know in the industry that work for them or have worked for them in the past. I'm just here to educate, and because I know that when you're first getting into real estate, picking the right real estate company, and this math can get really confusing and really overwhelming really quickly. So I hope this helps you, and I'll see you on the next video.